Hi, this is Sibila Extreme Vocal and just 3 things you need to master the fry scream. Today's video isn't your typical fry scream tutorial because the things we'll cover will help you not only with this particular method, but also with most other fry scream tutorials and exercises around the world, not only created by me, but also other coaches as well. It's because the elements we will practice today are present in the most of methods for learning fry scream. So knowing them will help you set a technical foundation that will make your fry scream practice much more efficient. Alright, let's go! The first element that will help you master the fry scream is vocal break. Vocal break is simply a rapid switch between the chest voice and falsetto, something like You can simply switch between the falsetto and chest voice or chest voice and falsetto in this slightly chaotic but dynamic manner. Once you find it, you can try out something a bit more advanced, but still relatively simple. It can remind you of a parody of Limp Bizkit's vocals, something like whoa, 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 something like this. It's one of these days. Whoa, 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 a slightly whiny, broken voice. The most of vocalists using fry scream have more or less of this kind of sound underneath their screams. So if we take a sound like whoa, 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 and start to reduce the amount of fry distortion in this sound, then there's a high chance that what will remain at the end is just the broken voice. It can sound like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 something like that, whoa, whoa! Vocal break is helpful because it doesn't tense vocal cords as the chest voice. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa! It's not as heavy, but it's also more dense and a bit fuller than falsetto. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! So with this foundation, it's much easier to produce a bit richer, more powerful fry scream than with the falsetto. And it's also much easier to avoid extra constriction that could appear if you were using only chest voice. Hey, whoa, whoa! Of course you can use chest voice as a foundation for your fry scream, but usually it's much more difficult and more advanced. So for the most of beginners, it will be much easier to achieve fry scream by using broken voice. And if broken voice doesn't work, you can use falsetto, but falsetto will deliver much thinner, a bit more airy, hollow sound. It won't be as powerful. Wow! 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 But of course, it's better than nothing, so if you are able to produce fry scream only using falsetto, it's fine. But once it's easy and consistent, then you can start to look for a bit more dense setting, and usually a broken voice is the best solution. The second element that will help you master the fry scream is the high-pitched creak, something like wow, wow, a sound that can remind you of an elderly woman. Meow. A cat or a parrot. A thin, creaky, high-pitched sound located close to the soft palate and very close to the entrance to the nasal cavity. It differs from a regular vocal fry in a couple of aspects. The first one is the pitch. It's much higher. The second thing is a different register because this is chest voice. And we want to place the fry sound in the head voice, falsetto, or the broken voice, or the mixed voice. So we use a higher register. There's also a bit of twang, this duck-like sound. And there's a slight amount of nasality. This sound is helpful because there's a much shorter distance from it to an actual scream than from a regular vocal fry. I'll show you 2 simple examples so that you understand what I mean. The first of them will be moving from the vocal fry to fry scream, and the second one from the high-pitched creak to fry scream. third element is glottal compression, known also as the glottal stop. If you have trouble making this sound, you can start with exhaling the air like a sound of refreshment in a fuzzy drink commercial or something. And then, as you exhale, you can try to hold back your breath. Once it feels easy and consistent, you can add a bit of your natural voice to the sound, so it's not too whispery, because the whisper is one of the biggest traps when it comes to the methods using glottal compression. And what helps avoid it is adding a slight amount of your voice to the compressed sound. Instead of the voice underneath the compression is still very soft, it's simply not as whispery and airy. Wow! Whoa! Yeah! Alright, here we have it. I hope that you'll find this helpful, and if you need more fry scream exercises, check out my latest course called Fry Scream Starter Kit, where you'll find some of the simplest and the most effective fry scream exercises for beginners. You will find the link in the description of this video. Thank you very much, have a great day, and see you around. Bye!